James Gandolfini was born on September 18, 1961 in Westwood, New Jersey. He was an actor and a producer. He's perhaps most well known for his career-defining role as Tony Soprano in the HBO series called The Sopranos. It ran from 1999 to 2007. Many consider it one of the best shows ever on television. He once said, "I'm playing an Italian lunatic from New Jersey, and that's basically what I am." He won a Golden Globe, 3 Emmys, and 5 Screen Actors Guild Awards. His performance in True Romance, where he played the brutal yet charming henchman named Virgil, is what got him the audition for The Sopranos. He was a great musician and he played the saxophone and the trumpet. He graduated from Rutgers University in 1983 with a bachelor's degree in communications. He worked as a bouncer, a bartender, and a club manager before he started acting. He studied for 2 years at an acting studio before he got a part in a Broadway show of A Streetcar Named Desire. Some of his films included The Mexican, Terminal Velocity, The Taking of Pelham 123, Crimson Tide, Zero Dark 30, Get Shorty, All the King's Men, and The Juror, just to name a few. What was your favorite project he was in? During and after working on The Sopranos, he appeared in more movies, plays, and began producing documentaries. He received a DUI in 1997 and admitted he had issues with drugs and alcohol. He was friends with John Travolta because their families knew each other while they were growing up. He was the only actor on The Sopranos to receive profits from DVD sales, and he shared the money with the other cast members. He was married twice and had 2 children. He died in 2013 from a heart attack while on a vacation in Rome with his family. He was 51 years old. Christopher Reeve was born on September 25, 1952 in New York City. He was an actor, an author, and a director. He is most well known for playing the role of Superman in the first 4 Superman movies. The first one came out in 1978. For me, he will always be the ultimate Superman. Which actor do you think played him the best? Sometimes people mistakenly add the letter S to his last name. George Reeves played Superman in the television show that started in 1952. He won an Emmy, a Screen Actors Guild Award, and a Grammy for Best Spoken Word Album in 1999. He attended the prestigious Ivy League Cornell University. He graduated in 1974 with a double major in English and music theory. He also attended Juilliard for 1 year. Christopher and famous actor Robin Williams were the only students selected for Juilliard's advanced program that year. 2,000 students auditioned. They became close friends. Christopher was in a Broadway play and a soap opera before landing the role of a lifetime. He put on 30 pounds of muscle to play Superman. He was always very active and he loved sailing, scuba diving, skiing, and riding horses. He was also a licensed pilot. Some of his other movies included Somewhere in Time, Death Trap, Village of the Damned, The Remains of the Day, and Speechless, just to name a few. He was married once and had 3 children. In 1995, after falling off of a horse, he was paralyzed from the neck down. He lived 9 more years. He died in 2004. After receiving an antibiotic for an infection, he went into cardiac arrest and then went into a coma. Unfortunately, he never recovered. He was 52 years old. Gene Hackman was born on January 30th, 1930 in San Bernardino, California. He was a prolific and respected actor and an author. He was also a talented artist. He won 2 Academy Awards and 4 Golden Globes, including the Cecil B. DeMille Award for Excellence in Entertainment in 2003. Clint Eastwood said, "There was no finer actor than Gene, intense and instinctive, never a false note. I first noticed him as the villain Lex Luthor in the 1978 film called Superman. I loved him in the basketball movie called Hoosiers. Here's a fun fact. He was the first choice to play the father role of Mike Brady on the Brady Bunch. They ended up going with someone with more experience. At 10 years old, he knew he wanted to be an actor. He said he liked playing characters who were conflicted. A fraction of his movies included The French Connection, Unforgiven, Mississippi Burning, The Birdcage, The Quick and the Dead, Behind Enemy Lines, The Poseidon Adventure, Young Frankenstein, Crimson Tide, and The Conversation, among many others. He lied about his age so he could enlist in the U.S. Marine Corps when he was 16 years old. After being discharged, he used the GI Bill to attend college at the University of Illinois. He didn't finish. He chose to move to LA and pursue acting. He was married twice and had 3 children. He retired from acting in 2004. He underwent an angioplasty in 1990. He was hit by a car while riding his bike in 2012. He died in February of 2025 from heart disease, with Alzheimer's disease as a contributing factor. His wife and dog were also found dead in their New Mexico home. His wife died from hantavirus pulmonary syndrome, which can be transmitted to humans from rodent urine or feces. It was initially thought that they all died from carbon monoxide poisoning. His pacemaker stopped working 9 days before he was discovered. Gene was 95 years old. Joe Besser was born on August 12, 1907 in St. Louis, Missouri. He was an actor and a comedian. After Shemp Howard died in 1955, Joe replaced him in the Three Stooges for a couple of years. He didn't try to imitate Curly or Shemp, which I think was a good idea. It must have been hard to replace two legends. He played a wimpy and whiny character named Joe. He insisted not to be hit more than necessary, leaving Larry to take more punishment from Moe. He was only in 16 shorts for the Three Stooges. His time ended after Columbia shut down their two-reel comedy department. Plus, Joe needed to take care of his wife, who was sick at the time. His autobiography was called Once a Stooge, Always a Stooge. He started out in vaudeville and got work on radio and eventually TV and films. He played the character Oswald Stinky Davis on Abbott and Costello. He appeared in a lot of TV shows including Batman, The Joey Bishop Show, The Don Rickles Show, and The Jack Benny Show. He did voices for some cartoons such as Fred Flintstone and Friends, Shirt Tales, and his last project, My Smurfy Valentine. He had a minor stroke in 1979. He was married once for 56 years and had no children. His first cousin, twice removed, is a comedian and an actor named Matt Besser. Joe died in 1988 from heart failure. He was 80 years old. James Coburn was born on August 31st, 1928 in Laurel, Nebraska. He was an actor. He was prolific and respected. He was in over 70 films and 100 TV shows in his over 45-year career. He won an Academy Award in 1997 for his role in the film called Affliction, and an Emmy in 2002. Some of his other films included The Great Escape, Hell is for Heroes, The Magnificent Seven, Cross of Iron, Charade, Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, Maverick, Young Guns 2, Hard Times, and Monsters, Inc., just to name a few. Let me know if you remember him or not. His family moved to Compton, California, and he attended Compton Junior College before being drafted into the U.S. Army in 1950. Once he returned home, he studied acting at Los Angeles College. He started acting in plays and eventually TV shows including Alfred Hitchcock Presents, The Rifleman, Bat Masterson, Bonanza, The Untouchables, and The Twilight Zone, among many others. James was the original choice for the role of John Hannibal Smith on the A-Team. They decided to go with George Peppard. Here's a fun fact. He was on the cover of the 1973 Paul McCartney and Wings album called Band on the Run. He had a twin brother. He loved fast cars. He was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis in 1979. He was close friends with Bruce Lee, and he was a pallbearer at Bruce's funeral. He was married twice and had 2 children. He died in November of 2002 from a heart attack. He was 74 years old.